in Solo on the island of Java in Indonesia. This place has an incredible food scene and we're here to eat. Let's get food hunting.
We're hunting down Solo's best local food. In this video, we're taking you to where the locals eat. Watch out for Java's famous pancake, Indonesian classics, and a quirky dish that conjures up Indonesia's colonial past. You don't want to miss this video. Get ready for some mouth-watering food.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
We're really excited to be in Solo. There are a ton of famous dishes in this city that we have to hunt down, and we're going to show you some of the best local spots to eat at. So let's go and get our first snack, Serabi, which is a sweet snack made of rice flour and coconut milk.
We've picked up a box of the Serabi after watching them getting made, and I can tell you, this weighs a ton. This has got to be over a kilo, this little box. There's 10 of them in here. I was expecting it to be quite light and a little snack, but whoa, this is hefty, insanely hefty. Let's open it up. Oh, beautiful. Look, so they're wrapped in banana leaves. So they're in little cylindrical shapes in banana leaves. Let's grab this one. What's this? Okay, this is a plain one. So we have plain and chocolate. Oh, it's really soft, a little bit warm. And so what it is a rice flour and coconut milk batter. So really simple batter, which they put into these tiny little pans over some gas burners. And then once that thin batter's gone in, they very quickly put a little lid, just a little hot lid over the top, just to let it cook on the surface, and the bottom gets all crispy where it's right on the heat. Although touching it, it's not very crispy, it's quite soft actually. It's just, see on the edges. Yeah, actually even that edge there is not very crispy. It's a little bit crispier, but overall it's very soft. And then there's the chocolate one, and the chocolate one they chuck a bit of chocolate sprinkles on top just to sort of melt down into the batter as it cooks. But let's grab one, give it a big bite. Oh wow. Oh, really sticky. Wow. Oh, it's really sticky. Oh, it's beautiful. It's quite glutinous, so it's stretchy and bouncy in the mouth, but in the perfect way. It's not just getting stuck in my teeth. So really stretchy and glutinous, but then actually quite easy to eat. And the flavor, that is incredible. It is absolutely packed with that coconut flavor from the coconut milk. And look how wet it is inside. So it's got quite a wetness going on. It's not dried out from being cooked. I'm gonna go for more. Oh, delicious. That is truly delicious. Just really soft, a little bit sweet. Well, actually quite a bit sweet. The chocolate one I imagine is going to be even sweeter. And then the texture, not crunchy at all, just super soft, and then really sticky when you bite in. They are delicious.
I'm gonna get into this chocolate one. These look so good, and I'm a real fan of anything that's got coconut in it, so I think this is gonna be right up my alley. Look at all of that chocolate oozing out the top of it. Oh, whoa, that is really good. The center of the Serabi is really gooey and really soft, and then even though the outer bit is not so crispy anymore, I still got a tiny bit of crunch, and that chocolate is insane. It's melted right down. It's very sweet, but it's got a really beautiful coconut flavor as well. for something savory after that Serabi, and so we've come to another part of town and we're gonna eat one of Indonesia's most popular street foods, and that is bakso, which are meatballs. Bakso are usually served in a soup, and a bakso solo, they say the meatballs tend to be a little bit bigger and they're served with yellow noodles. So let's go and get a bowl. I've got my bakso in front of me and it looks really good, so let me talk you through what's in this bowl. So bakso normally comes as a soup, so the 5 big meatballs or bakso, they're beef, are swimming in this quite light looking broth, and then there's I think some yellow noodles and then some rice vermicelli in there, and also some spring onions and some fried shallots, and then some deep fried wonton skins, and then to go with it there's a little handful of cooked choy sam. So let's just get into this bakso. Alright, let's give it a bite. It's really delicious. It's full of flavour, a little bit salty, and it's actually quite chewy. So it's chewy, soft, there's a lot of texture, and it's just got a lot of flavour. I didn't really expect it to be so intense, so it's got a really strong beef flavour. Let's try some of this soup and these noodles. It's really good. The noodles are just really soft and tender. They've been sitting in that soup for a bit, so they've gone very soft. And then the broth is very just simple, still very flavoursome. There's a little pot of chili on the table, so what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of that to the bakso. I'll give it a bit of spice. Alright, and what I might do is also add some of the vegetables in with the soup. Okay, give that a big mix, and let's just see what it tastes like. Ooh. That chili's really spicy. It's got a really sharp chili heat, but it really sort of ramps things up, ramps the flavour up. I'm going to get some more of this bakso, and then I might just try and get a bit of that wonton skin before it gets too soggy in that soup. That's so delicious. The wonton skin adds a real bit of texture. The dish looks really simple and plain, but it's actually packed full of flavour, and then adding that chili just really gave it a bit of zing with that heat. This is really delicious. The next eatery is just up ahead, and we're here to eat SELAT solo, which translates to solo salad, and it's a dish that's unique to Solo, so let's go and check it out.
We've got our SELAT solo, and it is super interesting looking plate of food. It's very eclectic, and it's definitely not what you expect to find when you're here in Indonesia eating it. It doesn't look like anything you've probably ever seen in Indonesia. So I'll talk you through what's on this crazy plate. So let's start with the main event, I'd say, this beef. So this is a piece of roast beef. It looks like tenderloin. We've got some pickled shallots and some pickled cucumber. We've got some boiled carrot. We've got some chips. I think they're cassava chips by the looks of it. We've got some boiled green beans. We've got some slices of tomato covered in maybe some sort of cheese sauce, although that sauce is very thin, look at that, on a piece of lettuce. We've then got some roasted potatoes, and all of that is in this very thin sauce or sort of a gravy. And then sitting in the middle is a braised egg, and it's been cut in half. So a crazy dish made up of so many different ingredients. So the Dutch were here, they ruled Indonesia long before it was called Indonesia, and the influence comes from that time. I'm just gonna get a bit of everything. Let's break up some egg. I gotta make up sort of a spoon full of just as much as I can, but there's so much going on I can't. So we'll get some pickles on there as well. Let's get a green bean. Let's get some of that sauce. I have no idea what that is. Oh no, I lost my pickles. All right, pickles back. Let's go. Wow. The beef is really soft. It's like a roast dinner. Wow, so we're from New Zealand, so having a roast dinner is a pretty common, you know, Sunday dinner, Sunday lunch. And it has that flavour, except this gravy or the sauce is very, very thin. And it's quite sweet. Ooh. And that had some residue from the egg yolk and some residue from the pickles, so the vinegar that the pickles have been pickled in. So it was a bit of a sweetness and a bit of tanginess. Let's grab some of whatever this is on the tomato. Now it can't be cheesy, it's just too runny. It's mayonnaise. It's just a really tangy mayonnaise. I'm gonna get another big spoon. I'll grab a potato this time. So let's get a little roast potato. It's kind of like a potato chip. It's actually, could have been deep fried actually, that potato. It's not crunchy on the outside though. Some more beef, we'll break a little bit off. Actually, no, who needs a little bit? Let's get a big bit. Some potato, and I want to get one of those tomatoes on top with all that mayo. It's good. It's very good. It is so strange though, having this combination of flavors. So it's like a combination of Javanese food and the Dutch food. So the cut of meat, it's a sort of a hang on from the Dutch influence, and then you've got things like obviously roast potatoes, which are unusual. It's really, really good, and I love food like this. It's combination foods. It reminds me of, say, Hainanese food, how they took on a lot of the English influence when the Hainanese were cooking for the English in countries like Malaysia. This is super, super interesting. I'm really enjoying this. It's really good. That was an incredibly interesting meal, and look at the interesting restaurant. It's really, really, really eclectic. There's a lot going on in there.
So quirky.
So quirky. And the dish, I think I said it was roasted. I meant to say it was braised, so that's why that
braised
beef. So the beef was just so fall apart and delicious. And something we talked about when we turned off the camera was that the food was kind of like something weird that your mum makes or your dad that no other family has but you love. It was like that, and it was really, really good. Super interesting, like we've said. Next stop.
It's 5 o'clock, and in the evening you get the satay vendors and the fried rice and fried noodle vendors start setting up. We're heading now to a satay spot, and the smells wafting up the street are amazing. Let's go and get some. We've got our stack of satay. So satay are grilled meat skewers, and we've got the AYAM or the chicken version. And this stall behind me is amazing. You can see that his charcoal grill is right on the edge of the footpath, and the smoke is pouring out onto the road, and it smells incredible. And we're sitting right on the footpath as well. So let me talk you through the satay. So chicken satay and really small bits of chicken, and it's just been doused in this peanut sauce, and then I saw her squirt some dark black sauce over the top, which was quite thick looking, so I think that was ketchup manis, which is sweet soy sauce, and then we have some chilies on the side and also some chopped red onion. Let's just get into this satay. Oh, that is real good. The chicken is really tender, and then the peanut sauce is quite sweet. And then you've got sweetness from that ketchup manis, that sweet soy sauce as well. I'm gonna go for another one and just really coat it in that peanut sauce. All right. Oh, well, it's so delicious. The smokiness is insane. And that's just coming from the grill. So it's been cooked over really hot charcoals. And then that smokiness is from the grill is imparting itself onto that meat. That is so good. And very conveniently, about 10 meters away from the SATE is our next stop, and we are going to eat some nasi goreng or fried rice and some BAKMI goreng, fried noodles.
We've got our Japanese fried noodles and our fried rice, and I love simple dishes like this, and that's what we're all about. We're about coming and getting the local favorites, and this place is an absolute local favorite right on the street. They're cooking on charcoal, and look at this. It looks like, oh, that looks like a fish cake, but yellow noodles, a whole lot of chicken, got some Chinese celery, some fried shallots, there's a whole lot of cabbage in there. And it just looks so good. He was putting a lot of liquid in the wok when he was cooking the noodles. And they've taken on all that liquid, so they're not going to be dry at all. Whoa. Oh. Oh, that is good. Like I said about it being wet and taking on all that liquid, so it's not wet, but it's juicy almost. The noodles are just filled with liquid, and the flavor's really good. It's not like a big bold flavor. It's got quite a sweetness, and then a lovely sort of a roast chicken flavor. I'm gonna grab some more. Look at it. It's just packed with ingredients. Right, another massive spoon. Oh yeah. Oh, it's really good. It's actually much more simple in flavour than I was expecting. It's got a lovely sweetness, and those noodles are incredible. They've still got, like, I love how wet they are, but they're not soggy, and they've still got a bit of bite. So they might be wet and have taken on the liquid, but they're not gluggy or sort of, you know, soggy tasting. I want to get a whole lot more chicken because I haven't had much of that chicken yet. Oh, really well cooked, and it is beautiful chicken. It's got flavour, true flavour of chicken. Oh, that is so nice, and there's a whole lot of egg in there, just giving a bit of a creaminess. And I think the egg went in before anything, so the egg got chucked into the hot oil, and then everything got tossed through that egg as it was cooking. So it's little bits of egg coating everything. This is delicious.
I've got a plate of nasi goreng, so fried rice, and honestly, fried rice is one of my favorite foods. It's real comfort food for me. This one looks pretty simple, so just rice, there's some chicken, egg, I think maybe onion, I can see some chili in there. It's just, give it a go. It's really tasty. It's got a bit of spice or chili heat from that addition of chili, and then the rice has got a great texture. It's not gluggy and it doesn't stick together. The grains are really separate and they have a real sort of bite, but they're still very soft. And then that chicken's really good. Let's get another massive mouthful. That bite had a really huge chunk of garlic in there. It's got a really garlicky flavour. This is really good. Really simple, but super satisfying.
That was a great day of eating here in Solo. This place has just got so much food. There is food almost every second shop, it seems. So we're going to be filming again tomorrow, and we can't wait to make another video here.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got a ton more videos coming from Indonesia, and then after Indonesia we head to Seoul in South Korea. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more videos. Remember to pop a comment down below. We love to hear from you. Give this video a huge thumbs up, and if you want to support more content like this, more Chasing a Plate content, check out our Patreon page. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Jumpa lagi!
Jumpa lagi!